Hi, everybody. Welcome to the weekly recap. Kick back, sit back, relax, get ready for the most informative few minutes you're going to have on the internet this week. And I think what I need to do is to start off noting with sadness the passing of Tom Seaver. I'm not one to really be qualified to do a tribute to Tom Seaver, but I do regard him as having been the greatest pitcher the Mets ever had. Now, Billy seems to think he was the greatest Met. I'm not sure I agree with that. I didn't really have to think that one through, and I haven't. But it's a shame. Sorry to see Tom go. Sorry to see that he was suffering from dementia for the last few years. But anyway, it's sad. Okay, now there's another follow-up here to Hiroshima. Billy sent a question inquiring whether Chris Wallace in his book covered the role of Deke Parsons, and as a matter of fact, he did. Now, Deke Parsons was the guy who armed the atomic bomb. The original plan for the raid that was going to drop the atomic bomb was for the B-29, the Enola Gay, to take off with the bomb fully armed. What happened was a few days before it was scheduled to take off, a B-29 crashed at the end of the runway in Tinian. And because the Enola Gay was going to weigh a whole lot more than the B-29 that crashed, it was thought that they'd better make a last change in plans and arm that bomb while the Enola Gay was en route. And that was what Deke Parsons did. So he had a few days to practice this in the bomb bay of the B-29. The Enola Gay took off, barely made it off the runway, got up to 5,000 feet. Parsons armed the atomic bomb, and everything worked out the way it was supposed to. Parsons ultimately was awarded a Silver Star for his role in that. So anyway, that's more on Hiroshima. And I'd like, several people emailed me complimenting me on the video I put up earlier this week, La Selva, which is a Spanish word for jungle or forest. And of course, I'll have a link to that at the end of this. But I'd like to thank you for your kind remarks. And a couple of the people asked me if I'd finalized my plans for a video on duct tape, and the answer to that is no, I haven't. I mean, it's still a very complicated subject, and I haven't figured it out. This week, our grandkids are back in school, all except Mary Kate. The kids who are going to Catholic school, it's regular, normal, going back to school. The kids going to public school, it's more convoluted. And, I'm not sure I completely understand it, but it doesn't look like a real normal going back to school. I might mention the schools down here in Vero Beach have been open for more than a week. Maybe it's 2 weeks. And as far as I can tell, there have been no major hiccups. And they're just going to school. Well, you have the option down here to not go, to do it on a computer or to go to school. The only thing that's come up so far is because a couple kids tested positive, they had to cancel a football game. But anyway, it seems to be working out. Oh, speaking of Vero Beach, there's going to be construction on 12th Street from September the 8th to September the 12th. So if you're driving down there, expect some delays, the 8th to the 12th. The house next door here, which it's a new house, but it's been built, I think, for a couple of years. It finally got sold. The people haven't moved in yet, so we don't know who they are, but it's been sold. And also, in the house that's directly behind ours, they planted a new tree. Now, let's see. Going on to other news, Busch Beer has announced a new beer. It's designed specifically for dogs. It's called Dog Brew. And I went looking for it in Publix, and the Publix doesn't have it. It's pretty pricey. It's $10 for a pack of 4 of these things. So I don't know. I'm not so sure I want to sit around and have a beer with Chumley, for example. But anyway, so you dog lovers out there, if you want to get your dog into drinking beer, Bush Dog Brew. A couple of quick hits. Dancing with the Stars has announced that Carol Baskin will be in the cast this year. And you may be aware that Carol Baskin is the one who had the running feud with the Tiger King. So when Dancing with the Stars comes on, which will be later in this month, and I don't know the date, but you'll get to see Carol Baskin. And also in royal family news, what you may not be aware, the Queen takes her summer vacation in Scotland at Balmoral. And typically the royal family sort of assembles there and spends time during this vacation with the Queen and Prince Philip. Unfortunately, and evidently it's upsetting for Prince Harry, Meghan, and Archie can't go to Balmoral this year, and apparently Harry is kind of upset with that. And, I'd have to say it's your own fault. I mean, you made your bed, now you lie in it, and of course you're missing time with your grandmother in Balmoral, so suck it up. But anyway, there's a little bit of royal family news. And let's see. In medication news, Karen, the weather girl, takes care of ordering my medications. And she took the VA's advice, a warning about the delays with the post office, and she ordered all the refills. And they came very promptly. There was absolutely no delay with the post office, so we're really very well stocked with medication. And in terms of that photodynamic blue light program that I was on, I've in my judgment, I've completely recovered from that. So, well, that concludes my report. We've got the Labor Day weekend coming up. No big surprises for the weather girl and me. Kind of a standard weekend down here. Everybody, take care. Have a nice Labor Day weekend. See you next week.